We want to find out what this mind actually is, because if something is going to last after death, it's not the five senses or the body. We all know the body's not going to last. So, what is this mind? We have to take off the five senses. And that's what the job of meditation is. You sit still, close your eyes so you don't see, you make yourself so still you don't hear, you don't smell, taste, even your body disappears. People who get into those deep meditations so they just know what the mind is. When you know what it is, then you have an understanding of what happens to you after you die. And this is no longer superstition, this is direct personal experience. One of the first things which happens when you get into this deep meditation, you see this beautiful light which we call nimitta. If you want to find out more about that, there's a whole book I wrote about this, Mindfulness, Bliss and Beyond, available in the library, $25. Special offer this weekend, $24.99. But this is actually, you see this beautiful light. For those of you who've had out-of-the-body experiences, or heard other people having out-of-the-body experiences, or seeing on the TV, what do people do when they die? They go towards the light. That's exactly the same light which you see in meditation when you get to that stage. The stage we call it nimitta. It's this beautiful light. I've said in many retreats that when you experience this stage, you are practicing dying. You're learning what it's like. Because that light usually only comes up and is strong when the seeing has disappeared, when you can't hear anything, you can't feel your body. The five senses have disappeared. You've unclothed the emperor, the mind. You see what it is for the first time. It appears as a light so often to people. It's not a light, but that's just how we interpret it. It's a pure mind object. You're seeing the mind, understanding it. The great thing with this is that you know from that time, from that moment on, you should know, it's pretty clear to you, you've got the evidence, that when your body dies, I mean real death, when you cark it, when you call the funeral directors, when the body dies, this is exactly what happens. Five senses have stopped, body's not working anymore. Going towards that light, you're with the mind. That mind is what survives the death. Later on, when you investigate that mind, for those of you who have read the books, that mind is not a solid thing. It just keeps on changing, just like this body keeps on changing. So it's not an entity, but a process. When you understand that, you understand just what happens after death. And it's very interesting because when you first see that nimitta, that beautiful light in your meditation, sometimes it's not nice. It's a little bit dirty, it's not bright and powerful. When people see this, they ask me, what's going on? I say, because you are not pure, you're a bit dirty. What have you been thinking the last few hours? I'm not sort of being critical here, this is just, you're seeing your mind as it actually is. Not as you want it to be. Denial and wishful thinking have got no place here. You're seeing what you've been doing. And this is why, in my experience as a teacher, when people I've known for a long time, they are truly good people. They really are virtuous people. They volunteered for the Buddhist Society of West Australia Committee. They've been generous, they've been keeping their 5 precepts. They've been faithful to their partners, they've sort of been kind, they haven't been backbiting, they haven't shown all this jealousy and gossip which people do. Gossip's alright as long as you tell the nice things about other people. They're really good people, and because I've been around a long time, I know a lot of you, I know who the really nice people, good people are. And all the time, these people, when they get to that stage of meditation, their light in their mind is just so brilliant and beautiful. Obviously, because they're bright and beautiful people. Now that's a very important understanding to have, because that's what you'll experience when you die. You'll experience the beauty or the lack of beauty of your own mind.